Alright, we are recording. Continuing in Talos Principle 2. Key was provided by Tinsley PR for Devolver Digital. And continue. Alright, so. Is it going to be any talking? Does not seem like it. Okay, so we're going, this is North 2, we're going to North 3 now. Yeah, that's fine. Alright. The lost marshes, and boy, I can feel that speech impediment there. It's better than not. Better than not feeling it. So it helps me catch when I'm saying something wrong. For whatever reason, lost marshes, trying to say that close together,
this area looks flooded.
Sounds weren't working right.
Our ancestors melted a whole lot of ice. After they died, most coastal settlements were claimed by the sea. South of New Jerusalem, there's a whole city under the water. We went there once with Garrus, when I was an apprentice. It was eerie.
That's exactly why the founder created the goal. When you go past the limits, this is what happens. Mother Nature always gets her revenge in the end.
This isn't revenge, Al. It's just failure. People, cities, mountains. As far as the sea is concerned, it's all the same. Their mistake was forgetting that, telling themselves nothing would change. It always does.
Alright. I'm gonna do like what I did before, although I guess I did see that. I mean, it's kind of neat. It didn't stand out quite so much as some of the others. I feel like trying to get to the lab and such. So, but what is follow the? Okay, so we got Prometheus here. What is with that? Is that actually directing me? Or is it just there? I don't fully know. Let's actually, yeah, let's not go the way that's towards 1, because that way in theory I'll be coming back towards it. Alright, and also I know I've talked about it in both the previous part and the part before, I won't be able to do any recordings tomorrow, just timing that isn't gonna work out for that. Yeah, I can understand Miranda there. This does actually make me kind of interested in reading it. But I just wanted... Chesterton was good friends with C.S. Lewis and J.R. Tolkien. Just, they were very close friends. But I did find some of this interesting. Just... One thing that I know from times when I've given presentations, basically done public speaking kind of stuff, the point he's making about... And I know this is going to sound not humble, but I do get what he's talking about here in some ways. The whole man was meant to be doubtful about himself, but undoubting about the truth. It's like that's one thing with the presentations that I've done, the public speaking that I've done, where I'm giving the presentations and other things comparable to that. I don't necessarily think I'm that great at all this stuff, but the truth. It's when I'm presenting the truth, it's like, oh yeah, I can talk about this. I can talk about this for hours and hours and hours. I mean, even this stuff. I mean, it's well, no, I guess true. There is. It's just I do understand the idea of doubting yourself, but not doubting what you're saying or what you're doing. That is, to me, not unreasonable. I may have been feeding it. Alright, let's see what he's got to say. I'm not always impressed by him.
Something I really like about Alex, one of the reasons why I'm here doing this, is that she's really humble. She has this incredibly positive view of humanity. She believes we can accomplish anything, but it's not about her. She doesn't think that she's smarter or better than anyone else. She just looks at us as a species, and even though she can see how small we are in the grand scheme of things, she thinks that we could conquer the stars and give meaning to the universe. Even now, even when none of us are going to live to see it. Isn't that awesome?
Okay. I mean, it's going to be Athena and Miranda most likely, but you can tell it's the same models, which is not how they have been other times.
Miranda, would you like to play a game?
A game? That sounds like fun.
It is. Remember what Alexandra Drennan said about games?
They're part of what makes us human.
Exactly. And this is a game Alexandra Drennan designed when she was still in school. It's based on her favorite book. Have a go.
Okay. Something out this way. You know what would be interesting? How old are games of competition versus games of entertainment? Because, I mean, when you think about it, there's a lot of games that are born just from competition, where it's like, oh, I can throw it faster than you, I can run faster than you, I can lift something heavier than you. You've got a lot of those that are certainly quite old and have survived, but there's also some that, no, they would have been for entertainment. More so for entertainment. I do kind of wonder, because I could see the entertainment ones being... That is unfortunate. They're not actually stronger than concrete, that's a little different, but anyway, I mean, it's like they can wedge, so... I guess that does make sense, since, you, have to get back to the megastructure to unlock the access to the next area, is my guess. Okay, and this looks like it's gonna be one of the triangle things. Alright, well, since I'm here, I'll give it a try. Even though if this area is introducing some new mechanic, I won't know what it is. I do think we have something new here. Bring an item. Yep. Well, no. Huh. So, okay. So there needs to be one there. Oh wait, no, that won't work. I was hoping to set it up there, so that I was like hitting both, but that's not gonna work. There. Okay. Aw. Well, yeah, actually, let's get down a bit further. Wait. I did that wrong. I actually do want the inverter. Wait, no. God damn it. Well, no, I do want it. Okay, hang on. Well, I can swap it here. There. Okay, so this that I don't need. There.
I've had a closer look at the Somnodrome. You know, the one that 1K fried.
You're welcome.
It's based on the original prototype with some modifications. As usual, the data is a mess, but I strongly suspect there might be a functional version somewhere.
I know some of you have heard stories about the answers this device might reveal, but please remember, that is not our main priority here. Keep an eye open for it, but focus on finding Athena.
That's not what the goal is, Byron. The goal was to understand the megastructures. Just, Athena may likely have those answers, but I'm sorry, it's just, I do genuinely believe he is obsessing in certain ways, and it's going to lead to a crisis with him at some point. And something like that, where he's forgetting what the actual purpose of the mission is suggestive of that. That he is losing track of things. Alright. This is the other triangle. It looked like this was the largest question mark, by the way. That's why I was going towards this one, even though I have a feeling I passed others over there. Alright. But I can't do anything with that. That's an interesting problem. It's a very interesting problem. Oh, that's what's there. Okay. I didn't realize that there actually was something on that. Okay. Oh. This is a problem for me. Wait, no, I think I can do this, though. There. Okay. I mean, it's accessible here, so... It would be nice if I could get this down here. Okay, no, so this, yeah. Yeah, you can't do both. Hang on. What? Okay. Let me get this back. Okay, this is definitely confusing. This way. Give that to me. Okay, that is the solution here. If I do that, then I don't need this. I can do this. Which means I don't need that anymore, so I can do that. Okay. So having the jam up here actually was by accident, but hey, if it works, it works. Alright. So we have one over here. I'm not sure if that's quite the noise that deer's hooves would be making. Okay, no, there is something closer right here. And nothing over there. Okay. Okay, it's right there. Can't even drink the water. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a little bit more pessimistic than Chesterton. Because, I mean, there are some things where it would be nice to bring back some, like, classical architecture, and classical artwork. But consider, like, a classical and Romance era music. There are people that make things like that, but, today, but it's not... I wouldn't think that you could call many of them on level of the masters. I mean, it's... Yeah. Powerful interest, but sometimes it's also not as simple as just like, oh well, somebody wanted coal to continue being used. It's like, well, it could be it could be things like, well, yeah, but your alternative isn't that viable. Of course, coal is in some ways a terrible example for that, because oil is better and natural gas better than that. I mean, it's like one of those things, I think it was the Paris Climate Accords that set some arbitrary goals for the, for CO2. And we got, what was it, 1/3 or 2/3 of the way there just by going more to natural gas from oil and coal-fired power plants. It's like it's so much more efficient than those. It's like coal, not a great example.
I insist on these unsanctioned, unplanned expeditions. Some think it is because I hate civilization and prefer to lose myself in nature. This is precisely the opposite of the truth. It is because I love New Jerusalem that I have to leave. Because it is only when I am here that I fully appreciate what the city means. And also because I believe that if I stayed at home, I would one day be ethically compelled to commit acts of violence against those who, in their arrogance, imagine that humans should live in harmony with the chaos that surrounds us.
Okay. So this is 2. Wait, where's 1? Okay, it's currently crushed on top of the icon for the megastructure. But yeah, coal, although coal has the advantage over oil and natural gas that I don't think you need to do much pre-processing for it. Okay. What was it? Substitution, yeah. Okay, I got no idea what I can do here. See, I need to somehow get that, but how can I possibly get it? Actually, it does spin you. Oh wait, no, it's not spinning you. It's just forcing you out from the center. Okay. Wait. That's how. Oh no, that's true. I do need that. So it's there. Okay. Yeah, coal does have the advantage of basically you get it, you burn it, you get energy. Can't do that with oil. Unless you're very lucky. Oil, by the way, is not naturally black. It actually is like amber. I mean, vegetable oil is also the color that thermogenic oil. So the oil you'd get out of the ground. Thermogenic because it's produced by the heat and pressure of being underground for so long. Black gold kind of stuff, that is actually from the dirt in there and soot and such. So it's not that good. Yeah. So that's a. Oh wait a minute, hang on. Maybe. Okay. Yeah, now you can actually find some oil wells that will produce basically completely clean oil, so you could
solving puzzles,
use it directly, but
in a way, 1K's experience must be very similar to Athena's in the simulation.
There's one difference, though. Athena was alone.
Okay. I mean, you wouldn't want to burn it in that. I mean, you could, but no, you would want to still go through cracking it. Oil contains a lot of different hydrocarbons, so like octane is in there. Butane, propane, hexane, all those are in there, and you would want to separate it out to get that stuff that can be used for other things, like gasoline, and those that would be suitable for use in oil-burning power plants, and also that which you would want to use for manufacturing synthetics, including pharmaceuticals. So, yeah. Of course, you can also do that with natural gas in many cases as well. Harvest materials for that kind of synthesizing. Okay. Okay. Yeah. does this get me? Very little, because I can't get it through here. Okay, so ultimately I need the jammer over here. Which would require I put it there, so I need the tunneler and the jammer out together. But the problem is the only way back and forth requires that. I'll get this. It's just figuring out that first piece actually is where the difficulty is. Okay, technically that's allowed, but I really don't like that. Okay, there. This is a good one. The box is useless from what I can tell. Okay, let me just make sure. The only thing it might be useful for would be that, but it's not. Okay, so this is purely... It being useless is the point, that you need to swap it. Okay, so... Hang on. No, I got it. I got it. At least part of it. I need to move the tunneler a little bit. There, I think that'll do. Wait, no, this might not actually do it. Oh, yeah, duh. Here we go. This is it. So I was wrong in what I was thinking, but this is getting me where I actually need to be. There we go.
The particle clouds continue to be exactly the same.
So I was thinking, oh, I'll just pull the tunneler through. It's like, no, it doesn't allow that. That makes sense. But it's like, oh, wait, I can grab that. Once I realized that, then, okay. And I had something. That's definitely Alcatraz's take on it. No, that's not it, Malduck. None of those would be quite right. I mean, it's about foolishness and the lust for power. Also pride. Thinking that you could make that exchange and come out better for it. It's like, no, I mean, it's like, it's a deal with the devil is never positive. It's never good. You may get some short-term benefits, but long-term, you are damned to suffer for eternity. And yes, Faust wanted knowledge, but you could just as easily base a story around beauty or physical strength, things that are much more vain and not something that you could use as an allegory for just power, straight power. So. I mean, that I disagree with. I'm gonna go with this one. It's the least bad of them. To teach you not to do it. I mean, it's like, legitimately, that's the answer. It's, you don't do this. Yeah, I mean, it's... I don't know why that's not even an option there. I just... Yeah, there's no other path. This is it. Alright. Yeah, I mean, they were morality plays. They weren't commentaries. Or, well, they could have been commentaries, but they would have been commentaries in a, like, you know, you knew who Faust was. And you're trying to tar them, in effect. But it's also, I mean, like, using those examples, you can also use examples from Greco-Roman mythology, where you may not have had devils necessarily, but certainly just the disobedience of the gods, just showing disobedience towards them. That absolutely was a thing. Okay. How's this gonna get interesting? Okay. Okay, nothing in here. Oh, okay, okay. Here. I don't care about that. Can I? Here. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. Oh. Alright, I kind of get it. This is not going to be an easy one. Alright. And basically, no matter what, I need one of these. Oh, seriously? That's specifically why. There we go. I put it on that. There. Okay. Do that and actually. Nope. There we go. So just very close. Damn it. I forgot to let it fill up on the other side too. There we go. Okay. Oh, wait, what? 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 Huh? Oh, wait, no, I got maybe an idea for that one. Okay, hang on. You know what? Oh, no. You want this over here. So, what I want is to be able to have it connect like this. Okay? Now, the only way I'm going to be able to do that is if I get that real close to the edge there. So then this comes through. And then I can have another... I can trade the box so I can connect there. But I'm just getting that angle right is going to be so tricky. Nope. Looks like that's going to be the best I can do. This actually isn't gonna work. Damn. Because how do I connect to these? Okay, you know what? Let me look at this. What is the idea there? My best guess is that's so that you can connect it to something else. Like, something outside the puzzle. We do have one of those Pandora statues, so not totally unreasonable. Wait. Okay. Okay. I really hope this works. I don't have a way back otherwise. Okay, it did work. It just seemed weird, okay? Alright. Nope. I don't care. There. I should do it that way. This will make sense in a moment. I think. Perfect. Yes, no. This is fine. This is fine. There. Yes. I can take this. There. 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 No. There. Okay.
I often think about how many cities there are out there under the ocean. Cities where people lived for thousands of years. Cities with their own history, their own culture. All of it lost under the waves. If they'd been less greedy, they could have kept all that.
I don't think we can pass moral judgment on an entire species based on the decisions of a handful of leaders. But I do think they made a mistake. They stopped caring about what they built. They stopped seeing the romance of civilization.
So I just noticed that there's an RGB converter there. So... I don't know if I can actually reach it from here. Maybe I can't. Maybe I can't. Yeah, I definitely have lost sight of it. Alright. Heading back to it then. Oh, no, there it is. Okay. Oof. I don't think I'm gonna be able to... I don't think I have a line on that, actually. Since it's that pillar right there. Yeah, there's not a line on it here, and I... Oh, maybe. Let's... No, I don't think I have... Oh, wait. Okay, it's right there. No, that tree is probably gonna... Yeah, okay, so this is not involved in it. That's fine. I also feel like pointing out with what they're talking about, it's like, but you could argue that this same greed is what led them to build the cities that lasted for thousands of years. So, it's like the very thing you're saying is responsible for their downfall is the sin that led to that is also the very thing that you technically are also celebrating. Okay. This is neat. What is... Okay. Anyway, oh, no. There. Alright, now that's blue. Which is a little problematic. Because, I mean, I can do this, but then I've got nothing to trade here. Well, at least that's the case. Okay. So the whole key is figuring out how to have both the inverter and the accumulator over here. I just want to check. It's... Yeah, I mean... Oh, wait, well... Oh, yeah, that... Okay. I'm overthinking some of this again. Like my best quality in this game. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, I didn't even realize that got both. Okay. Nope. There. There. All this time. And actually, yeah, I need that one. Okay, and that's it. That's the solution. Because now, there, and there. The heck? That was weird. It's possible I was standing in front of it. I don't think I was, though. Alright. That was 5. I do want to figure out the Pandora thing. I want to date that. Okay. I'm very okay, so okay. I need a drink of water, and this one's just bending my brain a little. Okay. So I need blue. In order to get blue, I will need to... And I have the green there, so... I'm going to need that and that. Okay, I am able to take the fan off of that. Got it. Okay. Oh, yeah. Actually, no, hang on. That there. Leave that there. Oh, duh. Okay. Nope, because then I get stuck here. Okay. Wow. Man, this is kind of gnarly. Like, I have to do it this way. Nope. That, well, no, that's actually it. It's just more steps than I necessarily want to do. Oh, wait, there. Alright. Oh, damn it. I actually do need the box. I do need the box. Man, if only that needed red. Oh, man. Okay, so... The only thing I don't need are the fans. But how do I get a fan up here? Wow. I'm just putting it back to how it originally was. Okay, so... Okay, just to run through, I need the inverter connecting to here. I then need the shifter, the converter, and the box here. Connect to that and that. This is why I need the box. And connect there. So it's the two fans I don't need. But... how do I get from here to there carrying this? I can't. I need this to launch me up there. I also need that to launch me up here. And this is not... I can't, from the box, to jump this height. If I could, that would be fine. But, no. can't. Wow. I got nothing. I'll keep staring at it, but I got nothing. What is the name of this one? Sometimes the names help. Up and down. Yeah, the problem is the up. Maybe? That gets both up here. No, that won't. I need a way to get a fan there. Which, if I could figure out a way to get that fan up here, then I'd be good. No, even that, oh man. Why is this here? Like, legitimately, what is the value of this? And I don't want to keep jumping over it. I'm actually... And there's like... Yeah, that can't connect there. It's like, what is this achieve? I am tempted, by the way, to spend it, but it's like I want to know what the solution is. And I'm not just gonna look it up. Yeah, it's... Although... No, that won't work. It's like, I need the box, and I need the inverter. Let's just... So I can show you part of it. Okay. So I need it like that. But I need the inverter then to connect to that as well. And that's the problem. Because how do I get to the inverter there? It would be nice. There was one lab that showed a means of, like, teleporting items. That would be nice right now. If I could teleport between these. Like, have those swap. But I just... I cannot see any possible way of doing this. And also, this, I feel, is a hint. That's the one thing that really annoys me, too. Is the fact that you land here, I feel, is some kind of hint. And one thing I want to say, as frustrating as this is for me right now, I cannot say that I feel this is a bad design. I feel like it's just not possible, which can be a me issue, not necessarily a game issue. But I really don't want to do it. I really don't want to do it because I want to know what the solution is. I so deeply want to know what it is. See, part of it is also, I don't know what the point is of the fencing here. I really don't. I mean, it would be one thing if you could actually, I mean, oh, I did not mean to do that. If it was letting you, like, jump onto the fence, but it's not. Only letting you jump over. And that also is a bit of a problem. Yeah, if I jump over there, then I'm stuck, so I can't get out if I do that. No, nothing suggestive on the outside, and they've not been that mean. They really haven't been. What is with that? So I'm just looking for clues everywhere. If I could just figure out a way that I could get up here without that fan, I'd have it solved. But I don't see any method. Okay. I'm just, like, making completely certain. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I just am making, yeah, that green cannot be inverted, so. We still have that, which, you know, isn't how it should be working, but. This is why I also need the box. But I don't have anything for doing that. I don't have a choice. I just... Okay. So, I have it, but screw it. I'm gonna look it up. 2 up and down. Fine. Alright. I was hoping to find one that wasn't going to just be a YouTube video, but seems they're all in here. I'm gonna pause for a moment. I had the order wrong. Oh, hang on. I forgot to unmute the... I had the order wrong, as I was saying. I'll show you. Okay. Shh. Yeah. No. Here. I want to get it back to how it was, basically. That was really annoying. Okay. Oh, wait. No. Hang on. Okay. This is how I had the order wrong. Do that. Because I kept thinking that needed to have the blue output. No. Wait a minute. Did I just get it back? Oh, son of a... I did not realize that would happen. That is both awesome and I'm sorry. Okay, wait, right? Hang on, let me... I'm gonna be certain on this. If that is... I shouldn't have done that just yet, hang on. Okay. There... Yeah. Okay, that is awesome. I did not realize that technically I just cheated. I did not realize that. Whoa, wow, that is... Okay. You can use a Prometheus... Yeah. Prometheus spark to solve a puzzle. Well, to unlock particle cloud of a puzzle. When you do this, the puzzle is not solved. It's essentially a temporary trade. Okay? If you solve the puzzle, you get the spark back. I truly did not realize that was the case. I am sorry. I thought that it was just going to be spent. And then it's like, oh, well, it's not solved. All right, well, let me look it up. Oh, this is how you do it. Here, let me show you how to do it. Oh, I got it back. So, hang on. I'm going to pause for a moment. I just want to check in the... I'll be honest, I haven't actually read through the review guide. I want to check in there if it explains it. Okay, so looking through the review guide, there is actually, in a tips section, it explains about the sparks, that you can get them back if you return. I'm sorry, like I said, I didn't read it. I do know, well, no, I looked at it before I started. That was mainly to see if there was a list of... hang on, was this 6? That was mainly to see if it had a list of bugs. I like checking on any known bugs. Even though I got to it after release. That's still very helpful to know. I didn't see anything, so I just kind of left it because I got the review guide and then for this game and the key, and then it's like, oh, I should really play the first game first. Yeah, so I just, and also it's under a tips section, and I tend not to. I do intentionally try to avoid looking at tip sections. Okay. Huh. Alright. Yes, I'm not sure how useful that is actually going to be. Okay. So that is true. All right. Okay. I don't need this anymore. Actually, I do. I don't have any reason to go over there, actually. Oh, now I do. Okay. That's fine. Yeah. Thanks. That was 7, right? Yeah, so there's still 8. And I've also got to figure out how to connect to the thing. The Pandora's box thing. That puzzle. The hell? Are you serious? Wait, no. Oh, no. Okay, that's a little bit more than a 3-inch step, but that's a 3-inch step. It's like, that's just an arbitrary impediment. It's not... That shouldn't have actually stopped me. Okay, transmission. Oh, goody. Okay, this is so confusing at the moment. Like, why are these gates open? That, I'm guessing, is part of the reason why. there the other I am is. I have no idea if there's any need for this, so... Okay. What? I am thoroughly confused now. So, these energy barriers are just always open? Okay. Up and down was way more difficult than that. Alright, now where is that thing? Because I want to figure out the Pandora box first. Okay, and then it might be the one over here. Nope. That's not it. That's Prometheus. Prometheus on my left. Okay, and that's where the converter is. There's no line in the sky, which is unusual. Okay, so it would seem then that this must tie in. Especially since how else are you going to connect to that? Yeah. Okay, so... There. And there. Okay. So that works for that. So I now need to just get blue and red to hit that. So let's check this one. See if I can get either color there and then that one. And yes, I did notice that there was a hologram there, a memory. I'll be honest, I don't recognize this one. Okay, there. Right there. There's blue. Let's see if I can get red out of this. Okay, yeah. Do need to go up over here. By the way, now true, I didn't look too closely at the assets. Not the assets, the review guide. I keep it in a folder marked assets. But I don't recall seeing anything explaining the spark, the non-sparks, the other stuff.
Mother, can I suggest something?
Of course, go ahead.
The southern part of the island is completely dead. No animals, no plants. The soil is too alkaline for anything to live except bacteria.
Yes, that's why it's a good location for some of the experiments.
Well, if we want to show that we can make the cosmos more beautiful, then why don't we start there? The desert doesn't have to be dead. If we modify the conditions, life can thrive there. And that could be the first step towards spreading life to other worlds. What do you think?
I think that sounds like a plan.
Aw. That kind of makes me wonder, are we going to find that all these are about,
False idols are worshipped not because they are idols, but because they are false. True idols are rejected because the truth is feared.
What? I'm sorry, I'm pretty sure I mentioned previous part. I'm Christian with no idol worshipping. That bad. In fact, I think all Abrahamic faiths are like that. No idol worshipping, period. So it's not that there's a good idol that you can't worship because you're afraid of the truth. It's like, no, we reject all of them. What are you talking about? I'm sorry, it's like, that's a very weird thing. It's like, here's something philosophical. It makes no sense. And it wouldn't to the majority of the world. Because Christianity is still the most populous religion on the planet. I'm pretty sure it is. Okay, that's a box. Got it. Okay, no. That won't. Oh wait, no, it can. It can. Okay. Let's try that one. Yep, that's it. Oh, and I've been forgetting to do the owl. The medium, or whatever that is, the one message. Hey, finally got him.
Hear me, friend, and heed my words. Beware Pandora. She is nothing but fear and despair, and she will do anything to prevent you from reaching the flame. It is she who disrupted the trials of the Sphinx, and who bound me in the...
Okay.
Well done, 1K. Looks like our hypothesis was correct. The megastructure is opening again. Everyone come to the VTOL, please. It's time to find Athena.
What about Pandora? She seems capable of displacing or controlling the other entities.
We should be careful, but we can't let such a vague threat paralyze us. Just keep your eyes open.
Okay, I also do want to see if I can... Does that point towards a spark? I don't know, but I want to... Oh, yeah, that's right. That's what I wanted to do. I want to look at this. But yeah, I mean, it's like, there's no such thing as a true idol. It's like, I mean, I'm sorry, but it's like that legitimately is even in the Ten Commandments. Like, no, that no idols. Idolatry is wrong. So the idea of a true idol doesn't make sense, and it's just, I know, it just seems weird. Because, I mean, I get the whole, that's not how everybody feels. I get that, but it's, like, it's still, it would be such a common view across the world. It seems odd to use this. And I'm also just, what is the idea here? Because it's also, like, false idols are worshipped not because they are idols, but because they are false. It's like, how does that make any sense? But what does that mean? I don't know. It's just one of those things that one won't make sense to me, because, like, I recognize, no, they're all false, just by virtue of being an idol. And if you need some explanation there that isn't necessarily so religious, is that an idol is made by man. Why would man worship something that he himself made? I'm saying he has the power to create it. How can it have any power over him? Because he would also then have the power to destroy it. So idolatry itself makes no sense. But it's like, that would also mean then that they're all false idols. So I'm sorry, I really don't know what they think this is supposed to teach you. It's supposed to make you think, other than, I'm saying, I can get the whole that false worship is sometimes easier than true worship. It's kind of like that. I mean, faith is also kind of like that, where if faith were easy, then, it would also be kind of meaningless. It needs to have some challenge to it. Otherwise, if it were just easy, then what's the point of it? Okay, so, yeah, I mean, approximately on this line, so let's see if this gets me anywhere. I doubt it will. I have a feeling that's just like some sort of weird visual bug. In fact, it could be that is supposed to be like going straight up or something, or is supposed to be at some angle, but it's being stretched towards wherever 0 is, 000 is on the map. That is one thing that we encountered so many times when doing QA in a video game, that was based on Unreal Engine 3, as I recall. That so often, if there were some sort of visual bug that is pointing in some direction, oh no, it is actually pointing to this. Okay. It would point towards the origin, but no, this is actually correct. It is pointing towards the target. Okay. Okay. There. Oh, and there's a fire right here as well. Behind 7. What? You're not telling me I gotta climb up the thing, are you? Yeah, alright. That is exactly what it's telling me I gotta do. I didn't realize that this would be an option. I mean, this is kind of an extreme angle, too, so... And I've lost sight of it now. Oh, no, there it is. Come on. There we go. It should just be heading towards that. Come on.
Utopia is impossible, but the future that is possible will seem like a dream to those who are alive now.
Okay. No, it would be this way. Oh, here. Okay. I get it. I need to... Oof. Okay, unless there's something just hanging around, which maybe there is. Why is there a path here? I don't know, because I hate the whole... Try to get things outside of, the puzzles, the trials. I hated that in the original, I hate that here. But maybe that isn't it. There's nothing over here. And yet, there is. Oh no, the lab is over here. That didn't have anything in it. Oh, did I finish my thought earlier? I wonder if the megastructure is set up where it's like, well, what we're doing would, like, launch them to another planet, Athena and Miranda, to another planet. Nah, let's just head out. I mean, there's nothing here that would be able to escape. Alright. And legitimately, I just... The whole trying to get things out. No. Part of the reason why I don't like that is not only is it sometimes very arbitrary, because it's like scripted where you have to jump, but it's also, there are 10 different locations that I might be able to sneak something out of here. Which one? This is the wrong one. This is the wrong one. I'm trying to get over here. Alright, I could come here. Although it's two stars. So then, oh, okay. So stars, not not the sparks. There we go. Because that was a spark that was there. But
I know the New Alexandria disaster was traumatic. I know accidents like that make us think that it's best to stick to what we have. But what about all the accidents that have happened in New Jerusalem that nobody talks about? The collapse of the Rakowski building. The Calvin Street explosion. The derailment that almost killed Benaroya and Canada. All of those happened because we stopped investing enough resources in our civilization. And if Melville hadn't been put in charge of city maintenance, this would still be happening.
It will happen again either way. With how little we have to work with, it's only a matter of time.
You see, there may be a price for pursuing progress, but there's also a price for not pursuing it.
Right. Oh, no, there we go. There we go. So they are connecting in different... Where's the green? Just have red and blue.
All right, here we go again.
Our main objective is to determine the relationship between the megastructure and
there it is.
Did she find it? Did she build it? Why was she here in the first place? Explore. Dig up anything you can. We need to start finding answers.
I can't imagine one person building all this.
Don't forget about Miranda. There were at least 2 of them.
I can't imagine 100 people building this.
Well, don't forget there's that particle cloud technology.
All right, everyone. Have a look around, but stay in touch and be careful.
1K, can you stay a moment? I'd like to talk to you.
This may be interesting. And yes, absolutely, we can
I know
talk.
you can't wait to start exploring, but just hear me out, okay?
Yes.
I'm concerned. Byron is brilliant, but all he can think about is the possibility of finding Athena. She was his mentor, and her disappearance shattered him. I'm afraid he's not seeing the dangers of the megastructure. To me, this place seems chaotic, dysfunctional. Yes, it's all very impressive, but I think it's broken. And what we're seeing is, it's nonsense, frankly. You've interacted with it more than anyone. What do you think?
Yeah.
So you see it that way too, huh?
There's nuance.
Maybe I'm wrong. I hope so. But please, be careful.
Damn. I was kind of hoping, because I absolutely understand his concern for Byron. 100%. I think it's cause for caution, but is not a reason to cease exploring this. But it is, I mean, I've even been saying it. That I think he is becoming obsessed.
Into the megastructure. Not quite sure where I am. Seem to be right in the middle of the machinery.
Please, watch yourself, Byron.
This is incredible. I don't even know how to describe what I'm seeing. I don't think this is a building. I think this is a machine.
Yeah, that figures. I mean, there had to be one coming up, right? Okay, where are they?
Why don't you just tell people that they're wrong? If you tell them the truth, they'll listen.
It's not that simple. Straton wrote that the most common error we commit is to think that ideas determine reality, when in fact the opposite is true. Ideas follow from material conditions. Belief systems are formed to explain and justify the way we live. We did not have kings because we believed in the mandate of heaven. We believed in the mandate of heaven because we lived in monarchies.
But we have free will.
Oh, free will isn't the same as freedom, Miranda. We're not free from the constraints of reality or history. I was shaped by the simulation. New Jerusalem is shaped by its limitations.
So, what? We're just trapped? History can only go one way?
Maybe, maybe not. The question is, how do we free ourselves? How do we build a world where our ideas do shape reality? That's why we came here.
I knew it! Athena's here. She built this.
That other voice, was that Cornelius?
It definitely sounded like him.
Come to think of it, he went on a research expedition around the time Athena vanished. He was gone for years. People thought he'd died.
And all this time, he knew where she was?
We should talk to him.
We will, when we get back. But right now, we have to focus on finding Athena. We are so close.
I will also be honest, I would not be surprised if Byron ends up being killed here. And that drives us back. I mean, his obsession is getting so pointed at this point that it's like... I didn't want to repeat the word point, but I also didn't know how he could avoid it. Hang on, which way is the way out? This is the way out. Yeah. Yes, okay. I want to make sure I check all these, because it looks like I can't necessarily return. Nope. Okay, so that's... got it. In this way, out that way. Yeah, so Cornelius then is serving as the father figure. Alright. Oh no, I think I kind of see at least part of this. There is going to be gravity manipulation.
No, it's anti-gravity. Your coot was right. I should have known.
I didn't think that they were going to be just already working. I figured I'd need to turn it on somehow. That's why I started running back. I'm glad they had that.
Hold on. I'll open that door for you.
You need to? Alright. It's like I did get a door override thing. Oh no, I can start doing... Okay. Take me over there. Oh, no, that does connect. Okay. And Byron is, like, running. He really wants to do this.
Same pattern as before. 3 beams, 3 receivers.
I guess we know what to do.
Be careful. The sheer amount of power running through this place.
I'll take care of this puzzle. You do the other 2, okay?
And this does connect directly.
Melville, is there anything in the system that could tell us where Athena is?
I don't know. Someone's logged into the system. But when I tried to...
Got it!
He is jumping around way too much. Like, I don't think that's just scripted that I got too far and was... Actually, hang on. Hey. It all glitches out. I think I can see this. I am so glad I remembered. Oh, wait. There's the logs. Huh? Okay, that... Aha. Okay. There we go. Locks it in. Yep. There. Another one locked in. Okay. I need tools. Ah, here we go. There. There. Come on. There we go. Yeah, this way. Huh. I don't know exactly what the point of this is. Ah. Yes, that's right. It's over here. The anti-grav wall. Which, by the way, I just want to say, artificial gravity I think is more interesting than anti-gravity in a science fiction setting. And no, you don't necessarily need... What? Wait, over there, okay. One does not necessarily lead to another. Because artificial gravity can be positive, well, is positive. Anti-gravity is negative. And some things are just going to be more easily positive than negative. This isn't going to work. That's connected. I'm not sure where some of this may get me to. I've already been here, haven't I? I think I have. There. Okay.
Not to alarm anyone, but I think the ground is shaking.
According to the system, whole parts of the interior are moving around. Like it's rearranging itself.
I think that's what happened last time. When I took the elevator, the platform where I got out just moved away.
Oh. How was I connect? Hello, doesn't it? Okay. I don't think... Oh. Oh, yeah, we will end up needing that. Okay. But not just now. Actually, maybe we won't end up needing that. That's fine. There. Alright.
The gate's opening. I'm heading in.
This is not good, Byron. This is... I'll bet this is in part designed specifically so that you cannot get there quickly. Oh, okay. I did that by accident, actually. If that is also true, he has no actual path to that location. Unless he builds these out, but there's been no indication that anyone but myself can. Okay. You feel it is necessary to point out there is no means by which he could get here ahead of me. So if he's in there, he's cheating. He is right there. And he's overloading.
Fascinating. They were both here, Athena and Cornelius. They had a plan. I found a file that... I can't.
Byron's trapped in the overload. He's failing to disconnect.
The whole system's going haywire.
1K, get out of there! Everyone back to the VTOL! We have to go. Now, 1K, get moving!
I'm coming.
Just leave Byron behind.
Yeah, we can.
We have no idea where he is or what's happening to him. But right now, if we stay here, we could all die.
The system's going completely bananas. Energy spikes everywhere.
We'll come back for Byron, I promise.
And I don't doubt him. In fact, I could...
Fools. Mortals are not meant to tread these halls.
Oh, shut up.
Why will you not heed my warnings? I am not trying to harm you, creatures of clay.
Well, maybe because you keep insulting us.
To protect you and the rest of your kind. What more must I do to make you understand?
How it tells the truth?
It cannot be reasoned with, I must bar your path.
And who says that you have the right to do any of that? But anyway, I can actually believe that Herman will try to say, no, you cannot go back. Alcatraz will defy him, even though Al would normally be aligned with him very much, but it's like, no, we're not abandoning Byron. He was his friend.
These missions are messing with the VTOL systems. Okay, I think I've got it working. Get here quickly, 1K.
I'm trying. So I'm assuming we're going back to New Jerusalem. I will... It is late, but I'll keep going so it stays in this video instead of putting it in another... Well, waiting until tomorrow. I'm not doing that. There's also... Cornelius came back, as I recall. So...
Come on, get in!
So we'll also be able to talk to him.
Okay, we're out. Now what?
Looks like the southern sites are active.
Or...
Readings are strangely jumbled, though.
Should I set us down?
Yes, but just to drop off Melville.
What?
We're going back to New Jerusalem. This situation has gotten out of control. We need to regroup. Rushing in blindly isn't going to save Byron. But we also need someone to stay here and keep an eye on things. Melville, that's you.
All right. I'll see if I can make any sense of these systems while you're gone.
Just keep a safe distance, okay?
Will do.
Good. Well, 1K, I guess it's time for you and me to take a nap.
Do not lose hope, my child. In these difficult moments, find solace in your friends and in the home that you share.
Okay.
Here we are. Got an update from Melville. The power spikes are continuing, but no news from Byron.
All right. Thank you, Yakut. You get the VTOL ready for the next trip. I'll talk to the mayor. 1K, please head over to the Museum of the Simulation and talk to Cornelius. Let's see what he has to say for himself.
You got it.
The world is full of suffering. Every living organism suffers. Animals kill other animals to eat. And it always ends with death, torn apart,
that
wasting
enables
away.
life.
This is what surrounds us. This is what's happening outside those walls, every hour of every day. It's our ethical responsibility as sentient beings to lessen suffering. That's what it means to be human, to understand that it is your duty to transform this world into something better. That's what the founder meant when she said that we can turn the world into a work of art. Despite what happened to him, Byron was right. We have to keep going.
This is blasphemy. Byron was punished for failing the Founder's trials, and you want us to dig deeper? Just because you can't accept that suffering is natural and necessary?
Please, everyone, stop using the public frequency. If you want to argue, use your interface or speak in person.
Okay, wait. I am so very confused by this. So... he's using that it always ends in death. Therefore, we must explore more. What? How does that follow? I'm very confused by this writing here. I really figured that he was like, this is why Byron was wrong. We should not have ventured out. But I mean, it's also just because you can't accept that suffering is natural and necessary, it's like, yes, which is why we should follow Byron. But it is also the whole, as I've been saying, don't deify. This causes so many problems. That's just BS. I mean, it's like, hey, this is tragic. It's his fault. This is why you shouldn't do what he said and do what we say. What the hell's wrong with you? I mean, true, that's exactly how some people are, but still, you don't have to be that blatant with it. Ah, cool. Okay, let's head over to that. Yeah, that's okay. But I am also trying to watch. I'm not seeing anyone that I might be able to talk to.
Attention all citizens. The Gehenna Memorial Interactive Fiction Exhibition is now open to visitors. However, please note that due to an unauthorized strike, public transport will be temporarily unavailable. May the founder be with you.
Welcome to the Gehenna Memorial Interactive Fiction Exhibition. Oh, it's you, 1K. Please tell me, you were there when everything went sideways. Do you think Byron will be all right?
Yeah.
Oh, Byron, always getting into trouble. He's been like that for 1,000 years, you know. But losing him would be terrible. But anyway, you've come to take a well-deserved break from your expedition.
Not actually.
So let's talk about something else.
Hang on. How far into the game am I? And it's like 1,000 years. Got it. Apparently, Byron of the First Companions is about 1,000 years old, based on another younger First Companion saying he's been getting into trouble for that long. Way too long to get there. I have had no sense of timeline here. That's a very major thing, because in theory the First Companions were pretty early. But even then, I don't know, so...
Gehenna was a place in the simulation. A prison where Elohim exiled the minds that didn't fit his plans. In time, the prison became a community with a culture of its own. In the very last moments of the simulation, Elohim realized what he'd done and sent his messenger Uriel to free the prisoners. They were uploaded to the gold disc, and their legacy is part of all of us. Text adventures were one of the few art forms available to the people of Gehenna. By continuing to work in that medium, we keep their memory alive. I don't think the role of the artist should be reduced to any single social function. The artist isn't an educator or a moralist. Art isn't about teaching us lessons or imparting values. Nor do I think it's simply self-expression. The best art reaches out beyond the self, into something ineffable. The creative impulse can't really be quantified or predicted. That's why artistic freedom is so profoundly essential. Without the freedom to shock, to offend, to transgress, art becomes stagnant.
Yeah, but at the same time, some of it is transgression against art. I mean, it's like I don't even know if it should be considered modern art. It might be postmodern, but some of what is there today is out there today. It's, I mean, just have I actually had occasion to say it in this? But to me, just to help explain my viewpoint, an aspect of the definition of art is that it's something that is going to be unique to the artist. So, for example, if you gave an outline for Romeo and Juliet to 10 writers, you'll get 10 different 10 different stories based on it. Some might be short stories, some might be long novels, but it's like you'll get that, and each one will be unique to them. But some of the modern art stuff or postmodern art, where it's like there was one I saw where they just took buckets of sand, stacked them on top of each other, and then poked a hole in the bottom one so the sand ran out and the whole thing fell. It's like, that's not unique to the artist. Right? I mean, that's based on just the chaos of the physics involved. It has nothing to do with any artist. That's an accident. That's not art. And yet, people pay to go and see this done. It's like, what? It doesn't... That's not art.
Nice to meet you, 1K. My name is Atal. I've been following your expedition. As you can tell, your discoveries have had quite the impact. I decided to take a stand. It started with our cats. Damien and I have had a lot of them over the decades, and I've watched every last one of them grow old and die. And that got me thinking about our responsibilities towards other life forms. What's life to most living creatures? Fear, hunger, pain, and in the end, death. Involuntary cessation of existence. That's horrifying, 1K, horrifying. And we are the only ones who can make it better. Yes. Carefully and slowly, but yes. That's what civilization is. That's what it's always been. Creating structures to lessen suffering.
Well, yeah, but that's not re-engineering the planet.
Everyone. We use our intelligence to get rid of as much of the horror of existence as we can for all living beings.
Yeah.
Hubris is just an excuse for not taking responsibility. It's witnessing injustice and shrugging and saying it's fine. It was meant to be this way by some vague higher power that apparently gets off on misery. It's cowardice, 1K. Don't be a coward.
He's the coward here. Okay, he is. Because it's like he sees his cat, who it appears he definitely cares for, and sees it die. He is a coward because he can't accept that that's part of life. That it will die. And he's a coward because he wants a world where that can be avoided. That's cowardice, okay? I mean, it's like, I had a thought a while ago. I don't know if I will use it in one of my stories. I might. But that it makes, one of the reasons why I think anyone who is a parent or wants to become a parent, especially for young kids, make sure you have a pet. And preferably something like a dog or a cat, and there's a reason why. Dogs and cats live a decent length of time, and then they die. And in that time, especially with a dog, I don't like cats, so I'm going to be biased against them, but it's like, with a dog, you do get attached to it. It becomes a part of the family. Like, you treat it as more than just a pet. So when it dies, that is a forced opportunity, but an opportunity nonetheless, to explain to the children and teach the children that death is part of this, and to help them work through that. Because let me tell you something, that's going to be a lot easier to work through than a relative dying. Okay? Both in terms of that could be a lot more painful, but also, like in my case, I grew up hundreds of miles away from my relatives. So yes, it was still painful to lose. I'm pretty sure it would be my grandfather was the first relative of mine of significance to me who died, but it's still 500 miles away. Yeah, I loved him, he was my grandpa. But it's still, the connection there would have been, it was lesser than compared to like a dog that's there every day with me. Even though I can't talk with the dog and have it talk back, it can't teach me things, but it still is, like, you know, regardless of the situation, is my point there, for the children, that pet is a lovely thing to have while it's alive, but it can also provide teaching to the children that yes, these things like we not only do pets die, but people die, and you need to be able to understand that and process that. He is refusing to do that. Right? This is like this would be like allowing your child to be like, well, then we'll just do something so that dogs will never die. And it's like that doesn't work. They will die. Right? And depending, they may also suffer leading up to their death. Right? It depends on how they're gonna die. And also if you are gonna put them to sleep or not, have them euthanized or not. I mean, it's like, we had one dog that was the case. The dog basically was going blind, but also had digestive issues. And it's like, you know, that would have been better in that case. And also there's the whole concept of euthanasia there. That can also be a whole nother thing to have to deal with children. That's like putting it down because it is in such pain and it has lived a full life kind of stuff. But it is a pet. It is your property. You are free to do that. I don't agree with euthanasia of humans. So there is that distinction there. The pet is property. You can. People are not property. You can't. Anyway, but we had another dog that one actually, how many dogs have we had that died in their sleep? I'm not sure. 2. There were 2. One I don't remember, but ironically, that I don't know who it was. And this was before I was born, but I know the story. My family came back from a funeral to find it dead. But the other, this was actually the most recent dog that we had, just died in her sleep overnight. And actually the funny thing is, we're coming up on 2 or 3 years since then. Because that was in December. And this is middle of November. But yeah, I mean, it's different situations, but it is like, you know, it still is. He is the coward here, okay? You do need to be able to face death. He is trying to reject death. He wants to just make it where there is no death in the world. It's like, that's not how that works. I cannot remember the name of it, but there's a movie with, is that Lionel Barrymore? The one who was also in It's a Wonderful Life, where he's grandfather, and he has a tree that I don't know why exactly, but basically death comes to take him, but he tricks death to climbing in the tree. But the thing is, he's somehow able, like the tree is magic, and he is able to have the tree hold death, such that death cannot escape the tree, and so he gets to continue living. But the problem is that with death trapped like that, there is no more death in the world. Which, for some people, that's great, but then he sees, you know, his beloved grandson is injured. And I'm trying to remember, I think death did actually somehow cause that to happen. And I think there was also an element of death being like, well, you know, you can trade your life and you can keep living if I take somebody else. But basically what ended up happening was the boy was crippled and left in tremendous pain. And it was because the old man was a coward. He didn't want to die. He was afraid of that and just giving into that fear. And he was causing harm by doing so. Because now his grandson, who should have died, who should be dead from his injuries, is trapped in that pain. So he ultimately actually carries the boy in his arms to the tree, allows death to come down, and he takes both of them. And it is kind of a touching story, but it's still the whole, he should not have done that. Like, the man was wrong. And it's like, this guy would probably have either a revelation watching that, or he would have no ability to process it. He is wrong. Okay?
Good to see you, Onkei.
What's up? And who do we have here? Helga.
Hello, new one. Are you browsing or buying?
Oh, yeah, that is her. Yeah. That's what I thought, but...
You remembered the code phrase. Oh, it is fun, isn't it? All this adventure and discovery and subterfuge. Here, let me top up your credit balance for you. It's the least I can do. Ka-ching! 1,000 credits. You're rich, spiritually anyway. Don't go spending it all at once. Now, what can I get you?
There's nothing to suggest that there's any... What the hell? Sure.
A very popular choice. Enhanced sensory perception lets you distinguish sounds, shapes, and colors at greater distance. It's 10 credits.
I have a feeling this is all kind of fake.
Settings now. And hey presto, superhuman senses. Does the air taste fresher? Do you hear the birds chirping outside the dome? And beyond that, the river bubbling through the dam?
No.
Nothing as in you're not impressed by the stat gains, or nothing as in I've accidentally erased your entire sensory system. Okay, Few. I'll let you into a secret. You and I don't have fleshy appendages like our ancestors. What we can sense is mostly a function of where we direct our attention. Anyway, I hope you find something worth paying attention to. So, something else perhaps?
No, I actually like out.
Before you go, do you have a moment to participate in some customer feedback?
I have a feeling this is all a scam.
Are you satisfied with what I've given you?
No.
Yes and no. Is a spare battery just complicated lithium? Or is it also an extra chance at life? Is an idea just a bunch of words? Or a way of reprogramming ourselves to be aware in a different way? Yes.
But
you understand.
This is still a scam.
Words manifest the reality they describe.
Not necessarily.
When you name something, you create it.
No.
Our minds are algorithms, and the right sequence of language can change our underlying code.
Kinda.
With that in mind, I hope you have a good day. Please come back if you need anything else.
No, I won't be. I just... Hang on. They don't manifest the reality they describe because they also describe the reality. So it's you would end up in a loop. When you name something, you create it. No. Though there is an argument in various, like Rumpelstiltskin. And you see in other places as well. Having something's name gives you power over it. Is a traditional thought, traditional concept. It's actually kind of funny that I realized after writing it that I accidentally applied that in my most recent story, the one still in editing. with literally there's a character where technically he goes through different names in the story. It's only at the end that he actually like says what his name is. But it is at each point when the name changes, basically, there was some kind of revelation about him, and also he becomes more important, more significant. So it's when I realized that later, it's like, oh, that's actually kind of a nice alignment, and with some other stuff, because there's also a running joke about not liking certain names.
Dude,
this is Dude, yeah.
So glad you're okay, dude. Especially after what happened to Byron.
Yeah, man,
Lately, a lot of folks have been saying maybe that Byron dude is right after all. Like, maybe to really be excellent to each other, we have to build something new and bodacious. Don't know what will happen now that he's had that bogus accident.
I'm so glad I didn't have him change his language pack.
Yeah, they come here all the time. He's a wise dude. I've asked him a lot of dumb questions, and he's always taken the time to answer them.
I could legitimately see his dumb questions actually being more thoughtful than some.
Oh.
Okay. Hey, Neith.
What are you doing here?
Neith. Something like that.
Ah, I assume it has something to do with your expedition? I must admit I haven't been following the news. Sorry, been a little lost lately. No, not really. When you asked me what I would do now that my job is redundant,
Unnecessary, it's not redundant.
I guess I hadn't thought about it.
She's an obsolete woman.
Focused on getting there.
Or robot, I guess.
And after you left, it all just rushed over me. The truth is, I don't know who I am without this. Creating new life, guiding people into existence, that's who I am. More importantly, I think that's who I want to be. And if we stop growing, that's the one thing I can't be anymore. That's why I wanted to talk to Cornelius. He was there at the beginning. He knows where we came from. I thought he might help me understand where I could go next. Thank you, 1K. I don't want to. I liked who I was, who I still am. Now, you said you were looking for Cornelius? Oh, that's, well, I suppose it shouldn't really come as a surprise. They were very close, you know. After she disappeared, he went away for a long time. On a research expedition, he said. To be honest, everyone assumed he was working out his grief over being left behind. Many of the first companions were deeply shocked by her decision, particularly Byron. That's the thing. I wanted to talk to him about my future, but he wasn't responding to my messages. So I came here to talk to him, and he seems to have vanished.
I have a funny idea.
No. The truth is that for the longest time, he barely left the museum. He was always at his terminal, working day and night. I asked him what he was doing once, and he said he was saving the past. I did, on my way here. And I messaged most of his other friends. He doesn't seem to be anywhere in the city at all. I suppose so. It seems a little unethical, but then it is just his work terminal, right? Good luck with everything, 1K. And thanks for taking the time to talk to me.
Of course. Oh, okay. Okay. Huh.
So this is what Cornelius was working on? Strange. It looks a bit like the blueprints for the Somnodrome, but no, it's not quite that. Is he trying to isolate something in the buffer? Maybe Melville can make sense of it, but I think this might be a dead end.
I need to finish up with the mayor. You can head back to the VTOL whenever you're ready. I'll meet you there. No.
Oh, so you don't get to meet him? I was really expecting he'd be like hidden in these. Yeah, no, so all I got is this. Alright. I don't think there's going to be anyone in here to talk to, but I will run around in New Jerusalem first. And my guess is when I go back up there, I will be approached by Herman. By the mayor. I mean, I do not doubt that there will be some effort to say we shouldn't go, and it will be Al that is firm about no, we have to. We have to try to save Byron. Because they are friends, and also just sort of it'll be some kind of acknowledgement that as important as safety and stability is, it is also important that doesn't mean it is always the right action, always the right decision. Hey, there is somebody more to talk to. Yay, who is it?
1K, you're back.
Did I talk to him before?
Let's not talk about...
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about that replication technology you found. You have to get hold of it, 1K. You have to. If you don't, I think I'm gonna die of loneliness.
Oh, God.
I think this whole city's gonna slowly suffocate.
That I can agree with.
I mean, do you really think the founder would have designed such a large city if she intended for us to stop at 1,000 inhabitants? That's not even enough to fill a village.
The hell kind of village you talking about?
Thanks. I don't know how much longer I can go on feeling like this.
I wonder if there's an achievement to petting every cat in the game. Because I do not doubt that there's more. No. But yeah, I mean, I'm good with trying to get the replication technology, but it's...
May the founder be with you.
That dude is just, like, weird. And he needs to step back, I think. I mean, he's the one that was, like, needing to find love and all that, and it's just so lonely and all that. It's like, you love your friends. Why aren't you just spending time with your friends?
Hello again, 1K. These are strange days we're living through, aren't they? It seems to me that we're slowly remembering the lessons Alexandra Drennan tried to teach us. Trying to actually live up to the legacy of our ancestors. You have, and you have been heard. I think it would make her very, very sad. The
same thing she'd do with any technology. Discover how it works and apply that knowledge for the common good. She worked to the very last moment of her life to ensure that we had free will. I don't think she would tell us anything.
That's not entirely true.
Have a nice day.
I mean, you can still tell somebody things, but, you know, like how Athena has been basically trying to educate Miranda in the various recordings. You know, it's not a command, but it is still telling her things. Ah, yes, that clay here.
Founder bless you, 1K.
You're an idiot.
Now is the time of our great testing.
Uh-huh.
The deceiver Byron has been slain, and we must turn away from the path of sin or suffer the same fate.
Yeah.
Because the values he teaches are evil. He wants to violate the earth with human filth, blacken the skies, and kill the oceans.
Yeah. I mean, she's an idiot, but...
The sinner cannot be used to raise the sinner's palace. Never forget that, 1K.
Yeah, she's lost. This is why you need to be careful to not deify, because it leads to such foolishness and idiocy and even madness as that. She is so certain that
Listen to the wisdom of the ancient writers, or we will fail the Founder's trial. The megastructure must be rejected.
Okay. I made me lose track of what I was going to say about her. But yeah, it is definitely a foolishness. Because it also allows... Oh, he's right here. It allows for great evil because it enables everything you do you think is right. So it's like, she's celebrating that Byron... Maybe he's not dead, but is harmed. That's not good. Like, that isn't a good thing. Okay? I mean, it's really not. And also, one other thing that I can add is that, I'm trying to remember where it comes from. Is it the word devil itself? A translation for Diablo is I'm pretty sure the case. I don't remember if devil is as well. I think it is. Or maybe it's Satan, but it's the divider. She's divisive. I mean, see, she's basically saying, I'm good, those who agree with me are good, everyone else is evil. She's dividing. She's not trying to bring people in. She's not trying to teach people what her point of view is and sway them. No, she's just, I'm good, you're evil. That means everything I do is good, everything you do is evil. Just out of curiosity. Oh, that's what it says.
You are the Founder's chosen.
Am I?
But you are in grave danger of going astray.
How do you know?
Heed my words, 1K. If you fail this trial, a year from now, New Jerusalem will lie in ruins.
To be honest, I'm not sure if that's a problem.
Anyone can see the truth if they are willing to open their eyes.
What are you opening them to?
Have you not read the books of our ancestors? In every one of them, the same story is told, again and again.
No.
That the pursuit of knowledge can only lead to death and grief.
Definitely not true.
That is what all the great ancient visionaries foresaw. Listen to their warnings. Seek happiness in tranquility. And avoid ambition.
I mean, this is true, but I feel like I want to just directly challenge him.
misleading fantasies, and daydreams of impossible futures. That work has been misinterpreted by foolish utopian dreamers, like Byron.
Yeah, let's go with that one.
Yes, progress is a fantasy. Things never truly change. All we can do is prevent our hubris from making things worse.
I really don't think that some of these people quite understand what hubris is. Like, hubris is to an extreme. They are more like, nah, just even a mild bit of ambition, self-satisfaction, and pride on that level, non-sinful pride. It's like, oh, that's hubris. It's like, no, it's not. I mean, that would be like saying that, just constructing the city is hubris, because how dare we do anything that changes the world here? We're saying that we know better. It's like, but we need the city. There are benefits to the city. I mean, it's that person is, I'm not even sure if it counts as a nihilist, because it's just, I'm not sure if all nihilists are so destructive, but he is basically advocating for destruction.
1K, could you join us for a quick debrief?
Yeah, this is gonna go interesting.
Attending today are advisors from engineering, the archive scholars, and Helga.
Oh, great.
Yes, don't mind me. I'm just an admirer of governmental transparency.
And a nut.
While the mayor is briefed by Alcatraz, he's asked us to review recent events. Byron's loss has unsettled us all. It may be too dangerous to allow this expedition to continue.
I mean, it's one of these two for me. I'll go with this one.
I agree. We cannot be guided by fear. We must do what's right.
Let's not forget the dam's falling apart. We can't depend on hydro forever. With just a fraction of the power that island can generate, we could grow this city into a planetary society.
Or, quite possibly, destroy ourselves in the process.
But if you do nothing, you are destroyed.
Wise words from one so young. Yet I submit that island holds secrets far more valuable than mere energy generation.
What could be more important?
The Somnodrome, of course. If we could find a working model, it would herald a sea change in our moral and self-understanding. The question of how we should build New Jerusalem would simply be moot.
No.
The Somnodrome was supposed to let us interact with our own subconscious code. It's a cool idea, but it wouldn't necessarily solve all our problems.
Thank you.
My own studies prove that we operate on an intrinsic moral logic. It's what makes us human. But our access to it is only indirect. Our ancestors created art, philosophy, and parable to help bridge that gap. The Somnodrome would help us to cut out the middleman and ask the source directly. We would finally have an answer to the great moral questions.
So, it's a newfangled way to make the same old mistake of judging who's good and who's bad.
Unfortunately, 1K left the Somnodrome inoperable.
You're welcome.
But there may be a working device elsewhere on the island.
Then the question is, what would 1K do if they found it?
So, I mentioned when GuestJim came up, you got Lewis as well. C.S. Lewis was fan of his, so was Tolkien, but C.S. Lewis wrote The Abolition of Man, which is technically it's an essay, but he kind of this intrinsic moral code. He talked about that in there, the concept of that, and he referred to it as the Tao. And essentially, part of what he was pointing out is that across civilizations, you do see certain moral consistencies, even though many of the civilizations died out before they could have ever communicated with each other. But what he also pointed out was that one who would try to escape it would actually be the greatest slave to it in some ways. The greatest slave to their instincts. So I'm trying to think of how to explain it. It's read the thing. It's quite interesting. But that it would allow you to if you could escape the Tao, you could defy those moral instincts, right? But what would you be left with but your own baser instincts? So you would then just fall prey to them, and it would actually lessen you. It wouldn't grow you. So it's like you would do things not because they are good, but because you wish to. And you would have no other purpose but that. You wouldn't be making judgments on good or bad, just do I wish to do something or not. And that thing could be causing great harm. And you wouldn't even consider that. You'd basically become an animal. So it is this kind of this interesting thing. So, and that's essentially what he's describing here. So I think it would actually be best if you not try to investigate that here. But I think, how do we know it didn't actually work? And it's just, there's nothing there. I'd be tempted to say, personally I would say destroy it. But in the game, let's go with this.
No! This is much too important to decide on a whim.
But it's so much more fun when we're kept in suspense. You all sound so sure of what's best for this city. Do you ever think you might be so busy changing the world for the better, you'll forget how to see that it's perfect already?
So clearly there are different perspectives in the room. The only way we are going to move forward is if the team gets back out there. 1K, I believe Alcatraz is waiting for you at the VTOL. We'll be keeping an eye on your stream from here.
Okay. It is approaching also a kind of idolatry as well, because it's like how he was describing. I mean, it's not that is an idol to worship, but his focus, his obsession on the Somnodrome is like, this will solve everything. And one person even called that out. That's like, why do you think that would even be true? But Byron as well, with the megastructure will explain Athena, and I need that. It's like you're focusing down these singular things in such a way that it is an obsession and that will cause harm because of the obsession. It's sort of a step back and make whatever decisions you are going to make, but make sure you're making them because you wish to make those decisions, that there is judgment there and not just impulse. Like Byron, but technically, I mean, when you think about it, he acted on impulse by opening up the data stream. When you think about it, he actually should have let 1K do it, because 1K has experienced these already and recovered. We don't know if Byron has any experience with that. So it's like that would be a better judgment, or just waiting so you're not alone when doing it. But yeah, so I'm just gonna back up. I want to see what. I want to stop the video. And is this Al? Yes. Oh no, that's Herman. Okay. Yeah, I will talk to Herman.
What can I do for you, 1K?
So this shouldn't trigger the next thing. That's what I want to make sure. Sure.
They all sound very promising, of course.
Yeah, he's a jerk.
Apparently, it's possible to just magic things into existence now. But
isn't that neat?
What's the cost, 1K? There's always a cost. I agree. We can't just leave one of our most important citizens in that death trap.
I really don't like him.
Pleasure to speak to a citizen.
I mean, he is narcissistic and power hungry. Okay, but I'm gonna stop here because it should there. It should start up next time with me near here. I won't need to talk to anyone. I can just run in there, do the VTOL, and get there and have that all together. And I do want to do that. So Cornelius was with Athena and Miranda. And I do think it's weird we don't actually get to talk to him. Now, I'm trying to remember, what was it? Okay, that's right. The thing I was complaining about at the end of the previous part was the goal hasn't been explained yet, and it still hasn't. But I will grant this, that the setup with Cornelius, that is what they're doing instead. So the goal, I still want the explanation for the goal. I still do want that. That needs to be given. I just figured that it would be now and the third act would be setting up more so with Cornelius. So it might be the reverse then, because I am kind of assuming that and by the way, I don't actually know if I'm labeling them right. The fourth act is the west. We're going south. South is the next one. So south is third. I'm going by the puzzle groupings. The acts there. I still think that the last one is currently a mystery. It just makes the most sense to me that there would be some mystery, because there's so much that we still don't know, and so much that can still occur. I mean, like, one very major one. How does Miranda exist? Like, it seems unlikely she's from the gold disc. And daughter, not companion. So it's like, it is possible that she is some kind of variant or direct descendant of Athena. So I do think that will be interesting to see that explained. And it's got to be at some point. But that might be something that Cornelius offers us once we get to him. Yeah, 1,000 years old for Byron. It's like, thank you for finally getting to that. We're halfway through the frickin' game, and now you're telling us that. I'm sorry, but the timeline stuff, it does matter to me, because it has been talked about. They're throwing around centuries, and now 1,000 years, but just throwing around centuries, like, oh yeah, I understand what that means in this context. I don't. It would be amazing, especially with the, hang on. That does remind me of something I want to check on. I'm leaving it muted for now because it shouldn't matter. I want to check on something in the logs. Okay. No. Is this one? Okay. Failed to load profile. I was wondering if maybe that would actually now identify as Cornelius. Let me go to a really old one. Yep. Okay, so I'm guessing this would be the first one here is Miranda and this one is Athena answering. But that does answer my question. That they're not revealed because now we actually know that these people could have been in that list. Anyway. That's all I wanted to check on. An idea I had, random, it was possible, but apparently it's not what they're doing. But those communications, those are things that I wish we had on the timeline. I really do wish that, but we don't, which is super annoying. Yeah. It's part of the whole world building stuff, which has been a weakness to this game. That you don't have a sense of the age of the world or when things occurred in the world. New Alexandria is mentioned before. It's explained that there was another one as well. Oh yeah, the first companion stuff, and why were Cornelius and Eustace important? But why were they distinguished? It's like there's so many things just unexplained until suddenly they are, and it's just that's it's problematic. I don't like that. All right. And I also do think that some of the conversations in New Jerusalem are with idiots. I mean, I get the whole... Neith, that was a fun conversation, because that's a very legitimate philosophical concern, is if you have a purpose and it is fulfilled, then what? But I also feel like pointing out this. Her purpose there, and its fulfillment, were things prescribed to her by other people, by the other new humans, by Herman, essentially, by the government there. But she also said it's something she truly enjoys doing, right? That kind of motherly role. So if we take that to be true, that is what her purpose is, it is false then that they try to limit her on that. And not necessarily in a... She could still be nurturing. She could still be a teacher to others. But because it's like, no, we're just not doing any of this anymore, so you're no longer needed, it's really... It's cut her deeply. Because she now feels that she is without purpose, even though she had satisfaction, she had a purpose, and it's been taken from her, as opposed to her being allowed to continue with it in some way. And also I mentioned the obsolete woman in this case, but obsolete man, which is an excellent episode of The Twilight Zone. Burgess Meredith, I don't remember the other guy's name, but it's basically, he's a librarian. Burgess Meredith is a librarian, but this is, books are no longer necessary. All history is covered already by just the party's messages. You don't need anything else. There's no other literature that's necessary. And because he's obsolete, he shall be killed. Just remove him. Because he has no purpose in society anymore. Well, the thing is that this obsolete man actually is very intelligent. And has a kind of dignity that they really did not anticipate. So he doesn't want to die, but he accepts it, but on two conditions. One is that he gets to choose how his death is achieved, and the other is he invites the leader, like the party leader kind of guy who sentenced him to death, to visit him beforehand. And he outwits him to basically, and also it's televised. His death will be televised. And what he ends up explaining to the guy is that he hit a bomb. Well, that the execution is a bomb hidden in his room, which also is filled with books. So in a way, it's two birds, one stone, because it's also destroying the literary works that are also deemed no longer necessary. They are obsolete. He is obsolete. So all in one thing. But the guy's trapped there. He has trapped the party leader there and exposes him as a coward. Because he is accepting of his own death, but the party leader isn't. The party leader starts begging and pleading to escape. And the end is that he is actually declared obsolete, because how can he be useful to the party when he's that cowardly, when he's that weak-willed? Especially compared to the man who did die with dignity there. Because it's like he's saying that he's just reading through and is finding comfort in his books, and then the explosion. And the guy did manage to escape because he gave him the key or whatever, so he could open up the door. But it showed the weakness. Part of an aspect of that party is they are strong. He's now shown his weakness. So it would actually not only make him obsolete because he's no longer useful, but the whole thing damaged the party as well. So it is quite interesting. I doubt that they would do something quite like that here, but it still is, to declare somebody obsolete like that, it is a kind of evil. because it is definitely a kind of harm. And I mean, you are removing somebody's dignity, you're removing somebody's value purely because of your own hubris, essentially. You think that you can do that. So that would be a sinful pride, that you think that you are so powerful, that you are so knowledgeable, that you are so wise, that you can say you no longer have value. It's like that's not how that works. Not at all. So, but that's exactly what they're doing here. I mean, it's, you know, like Thekla, she's like, or, no, it was the other guy. What was his name? Malkut? Something like that. Who was like, no, that's hubris. It's like, no, he is the pinnacle of hubris that, well, or Thekla is, one of the two. I was like, they are guilty of hubris, but they're accusing everyone else of it. That everyone who disagrees with them, that's hubris. I know the way. I am the most humble. It's like, do you not hear yourself? But yeah, it's they don't think. They just believe that they are right, and that's it. Was it in this that I mentioned an easy faith is a worthless one? That faith unchallenged is untrue, then is weak. Theirs is in a way an easy faith because they believe everything they do, everything they believe is right, is good, and that's it. That there is nothing beyond that. So they're denying any challenges. So it makes it very easy for them because they have nothing to be afraid of. Because there is nothing that could challenge them because they deny the challenges, as opposed to accepting the challenges and either figuring out how to defeat the challenges or figuring out how to succeed the challenge, which might mean assimilating it, which might actually mean changing themselves, that they were wrong, and finding out what is right. So yeah, I mean, it's... I don't think I could sit through watching somebody play this. I don't know, but it would be interesting to see how some people respond to the game, because, I mean, I don't know how many people out there read as much as I do, or read some of the various things as I have. With like some of these topics I've seen in one form or another in different literature. So it would be interesting to see somebody who might just not realize some of the philosophical concepts here and might be like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. And now realizing that no, that there are these issues here. That could be very fascinating to me. But it is, I still think the Talos Principle, the original one, did better at presenting some of that the arguments with Milton was so much more engaging. But this is, it is still presenting philosophical concepts. But it's also not doing it in an argumentative way. Like with Milton, you could challenge him. I don't feel like you can challenge some of them as effectively, as well. But it is also, to be fair, optional. Milton wasn't optional. You had to engage with him. Anyway, and hey, I'm good with that. Like I said, I really like how the Talos Principle 1 was. This is just, I don't know how meaningful some of this stuff is, because it doesn't seem like I can change their minds. I can't arrive at revelation within it, because I mean there was some with the Talos Principle where even if Milton didn't understand it, you would still be able to say, give responses to Milton that did indicate you had a revelation, that you understand that what his argument is, and that it's wrong, it's lacking or false. But here that seems absent. So, and also with some of them, especially that one guy, like was it Malkut? The guy who I talked to after Thekla. He definitely seemed, it wasn't an argument. It was a combat with words. It was just a competition. He would only win because he denies that anyone else can win. So it's not really engaging. Milton was engaging because Milton, though he believed that he was right, he still was so tied to reason that you could find the errors and kind of poke at them and force him to face things that he didn't want to. Alright, I'm actually going to stop now. Boy, how long have I been just rambling? I don't know. But, yeah, so, see you next time, which is going to be in 2 days for me, but in theory, I will be able to do multiple videos in one day. Yay! Alright, see you then.